As mentioned earlier, we will study another application of Euclid's division lemma is proving set of numbers is in a particular format. For example, let's say even numbers are in the form 2 into q, and odd numbers is of the form 2 into q plus 1. So these are the kinds of problems we will try to prove. Okay. So in order to prove these things, we need to understand few basic properties. Basic properties are with respect to integers, even numbers and odd numbers. Very basic, you have learned this one already. Just for revision, we will try to see these things. So let's take an example. If I add two integers, 2 plus 3. So when I add two integers, 2 plus 3, I will get another integer, 5. So addition of two integers will always lead to another integer. Alright. Let's take another example, 8 minus 5. So when I subtract two integers, then the resultant again will be another integer. You can take any example, 10 minus 20 is minus 10. Minus 10 is also an integer. So you subtract any integers, the resultant will always be an integer. If you multiply two integers, let's take 2 into 3, which is 6. Again an integer. You take any other examples, 2 into minus 5, minus 2 into minus 5, which is plus 10. This is again an integer. So you multiply any set of integers, again the resultant will be an integer. But you cannot say the same thing for division. For example, yes, if you take minus 10 by 5, the resultant is minus 2. Yes, this is an integer. But the same thing if I take minus 11 by 5. Minus 11 by 5, we don't, answer is minus 11 by 5, which is a fraction, which is not an integer. So therefore, division of integers may not always be an integer. But if you add, subtract or multiply, the resultant will always be an integer. Now let's see properties of even numbers and odd numbers. Okay. So let's see with respect to addition now. So what happens if I add two even numbers? So let's, for example, 2 plus 4. So when I add two even numbers, the resultant will always be an even number. You can try to add any two even numbers. Resultant will always be an even number. But if I add even with odd, for example, let's say 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. So when you add when you add an even number with an odd number, the resultant is always an odd number. What happens if I add odd and odd? For example, 3 plus 7, answer will be an even number. So even plus even is even number, odd plus odd is even number, but even plus odd will always be an odd number. Alright. Let's see what happens if we subtract two even numbers. Alright. So 4 minus 2, again it will be an even number. 7 minus 3, two odds I am subtracting, again it will be an even number. If you subtract 4 minus 3, even minus odd, then the resultant again will be an odd number. So when you subtract even or odd, the resultant will be an even number. If you subtract even and odd, the resultant will be an odd number. Alright. Same properties we'll see with respect to multiplication. For example, even when I multiply with an even number, let's say 6. 6 4s are 24. Again the resultant is an even number. If I take, let's say, odd multiplied by even number, for example, 4 into 3. 4 into 3 is 12. So even when multiplied by even number, the resultant is again even number. Even number when multiplied by odd number, resultant will again be an even number. So essentially when you multiply even number with anything, the resultant will be an even number. Okay. But if you multiply odd and odd, for example 3 into 3, then the resultant will be an odd number. Division we will not do this property because the integer resultant may not be an integer. We saw that one already. So therefore we will stick up to the multiplication. So what did we learn in this one? First thing we learned is that integer, addition of integer, subtraction, multiplication, the resultant is always an integer. This is the first property we saw. The second property we saw is that even when you add with an even number or odd when you add with an odd number, the resultant will be an even number. But if you add even and odd, the resultant will be odd number. Similarly, if you subtract two even numbers or two odd numbers, the resultant will be an even number. But if you subtract even and odd, the resultant will be odd number. Similarly, in multiplication, if you multiply even with any number, odd or even, the resultant will be even number. If you multiply odd and odd, the resultant will be an odd number. Few more important properties just to mention. If you square an integer, Okay, if you square an integer, the again resultant will be an integer. It's essentially integer multiplied by an integer, so which is again an integer. Not only just squaring, you cube it, 4th power, 10th power, you do anything. An integer raised to any power will again, any positive power actually, will again be an integer. Alright. So, this is one extra property that you will have to remember.